We gotta close the gifts on Discord. Do not need one of the guys leering over my shoulder.
It is technically 8 o'clock, so I have started the recording. Um,
Oop.
I mean, we can totally cut out this banter. The recording is not. The recording is
Yeah.
editable. And I hope
Uh,
that I've got it so that the voices are equal in volume, but I don't know.
I wish you the best. By
Yep,
the time we get to the second campaign with this group, we'll have it all figured out.
for real,
Except
for
mine.
real.
Unless we TPK and then we start another one in a month.
Gross.
All right.
I'm manifesting it right now.
Oh, and on that note, I am using the. I'm not recording any sound, any music with the video. It's going to be silent video, except for our voices. It's not silent. But there's no music. We're going to have to add our own music
Nice.
later, which means I'm not going to be listening to the same thing that you guys are listening to. But
That's okay.
okay, good.
I never no, like not to hurt anybody's feelings, but I never have the stream going. My
Okay.
poor little computer is dying doing most of its regular tasks. I don't
I
think I'm
mean,
gonna throw the
yeah.
stream in the background. All right,
Okay, we're gonna swap over.
all right. We live?
Whenever you're ready. Yep.
All right.
Hmm.
Howdy, folks. My name is Ben. Welcome in for another episode of Out of the Abyss with Team 6. I am excited to welcome you on in and introduce you to my wonderful friends and their wonderful characters. Starting off with a straight shooter in combat and conversation, Sinjalorn, played by Zach.
Quack.
Close enough. A man of few words and whose actions are absolutely deafening, Thorn Brightwind, played by Firebird, also known as Jeff.
Hello.
Standing out from the shadows and following an unseen path, Sauxus, played by Chris.
Moin moin.
All right. And finally, the heart and soul of the party and the elected leader, Opportunity, played by Gabby.
It's also nice that I go last every time. So cool.
Uh, all right. It is a tense return back to the scene. I believe Sinjalorn is just now returning into this room, letter in hand.
Uh-huh.
Uh, I'm assuming Sauxus is being either shaken awake or at least pulled back into the circle.
Yes.
And
Can we just
go ahead.
say that Cinderlord isn't going to lose any arrows from this? None of them are lost. None of them are broken, and it doesn't matter how he gets them back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no,
Good.
I have something else I'm doing, so beforehand.
Okay. Great. Should we roll for an initiative now, or should we just try to jump in and everyone do their thing?
Well,
I had something I was gonna do because I believe everybody could hear at the end of last section a marching and the sound of metal on metal as a group
yep.
of guards is making their way down the or through the open space towards this room.
I was not shivering before we started this.
Speaking of, I'm turning my little heater on.
Ugh.
Ugh. Warm up my tootsies.
That's fantastic here. I've had my windows open for 5 days. Turned off my AC. It's a nice 58 degrees in my apartment right now.
Miserable.
That's
That's
No,
cold.
fantastic.
the the bare minimum temperature for a home should be like 70.
That's too warm.
No,
60 is fine. 60 is
no. We live in the terrarium. We turn on the heat lamp and lay on the rock. All right. Yeah. Marching up to the room, you could just hear what in the nine hells happened in here? As they can look into the damaged room.
I'd like to glance down at my waist and check my new lamp.
You're all good.
Okay.
fine. Oh,
Torrent sits up, says they started it, and points to opportunity in South's.
Wow.
Uh,
Wow.
You can
Okay.
see a
Alright,
confused
also,
look be shot between the guards. You were fighting each other?
I believe it would be best if you go grab Wefrock.
We have it well in hand.
Oh no, this is going to be addressed.
Great. Cool. Perfect. Fine. Very well.
Um,
Carry on.
I'm gonna say either a persuasion or an intimidation with advantage. I think the Centaurans definitely hold a military style status, but I don't know if they're keen to just be like, yeah, okay,
You said a persuasion or what, intimidation?
yeah,
Both with advantage?
yes.
Well, I'm terrible at both of these.
I do allow using athletics for intimidation, a physical kind of thing instead.
Nope.
Nope.
Same,
Oh
same
boy.
shit.
Oh boy.
That's fine.
These,
So you said advantage, right?
yep, these unintimidating elves.
So,
Oh.
like I said, I'm bad at this.
There's just kind of a raising of shields and weapons. What's going on in this room? We're not bringing anyone important near here until we know what's happening.
What's currently happening is a very civil discussion between friends.
They just look at the shredded furniture. Everything's the few patches of ice and the quickly building amounts of water.
The past is the past, and I think the worst thing that we need to worry about is water damage, but that can be easily cleaned.
Opportunity is welcome to his own persuasion
Oh boy.
check. I
I
think you lacked the military status, so I don't think it's going to be an advantage.
okay.
I don't think
Well,
that's a hard sell. We're having a civil discussion.
I mean, currently that's what we're doing.
Isn't
As
Cytus
of
still
right
passed
Yay!
out?
Uh,
And that's why I'm the leader.
a
It's
few
fine.
more uncertain glances are traded between each other. Well, make sure your civil discussion stays a little quieter and maybe a little less civil. I don't
It
think
was
the
not civil.
furniture can
Less
hold up to
civil?
all of this civility.
Mm.
You want us to be less civil.
Oh my goodness, they're being sarcastic.
They are not what they think they are. Thorn yells, still
We'll
laying on the ground.
let Wefrock know
Damn it.
that something is going on. If he chooses to come to here, it'll be of his own volition.
Great.
And that they will begin to make their way back out of the guest quarters.
Dorian,
What?
please make some saving rolls against this zone of truth.
Was it dexterity? What?
Wisdom
I think it was wisdom.
makes sense. It's a mental thing.
I don't know if it's just how your mic is, but every time you like speak up, it always starts a little louder. And I just like to think that Thorin speaks a little loud. He's just got a little bit of hearing damage.
Oh yeah.
That's 100% canon now.
Thorin, yeah.
So what I rolled? Wisdom?
Yeah. Okay. I know that fails.
Huzzah!
All right, cool. So I know that you have to speak the truth now. So okay, cool. Well, since we are resuming discussion, how about we all go back into the circle?
Good idea.
And before that, I'm going to approach Salxus's unconscious body.
Yoink yoink.
I'm going to pull 3 arrows out, and I'm going to snap the arrowhead off in his body on the 4th.
Damn it.
I am then going to take any non-attached magical items from his person, and then tie him up with rope.
Hang on.
No.
Okay.
Not after what he just did. No.
Why are you blaming him? This is Darendil, and you know it.
I understand that. He was dead, and you brought him back. We do not know if Darendil came back. I am not having a repeat of this.
All right, fine.
If it turns out that he is fully in his only his soul is there, and we get it checked by a clergy member that it's just his soul, fine. Darendil has manipulated my memories and has caused this whole issue and assaulted all of us. I believe some extra precaution is warranted.
I'm in danger.
Yes, you are.
All right, fair enough. But all right, if it makes you feel better, then go ahead.
Okay.
In the meantime, Thorn finally decides to stand up.
Ah, yeah.
Oh boy. Was the stone floor too uncomfortable?
Yes, and he moves.
No,
right
I think
here.
a scrap of carpet were getting caught in his armor.
Just go lay down on the bed within the zone.
What's left of the bed?
Yeah.
I think those strings just bisected things at like a fucking atomic level. It is just little wood slats.
I'm gonna have a talk with him about that.
You're safe? Kinda.
Talk to who?
All right.
Okay.
So I will do as I had stated. And then once he is tied up, I will move him back in to the circle of truth.
They're just little moments where you're just like, oh, I remember when I gave him this, and that, and this. As you just fleece him for all his magic items.
Basically.
It's a reverse shopping list. All right. Bound up. Return to the circle. It's time to share.
So here's the question before we start. Do we want to wake him up so we can actually fully complete the sharing circle?
Of course. It makes sense.
Very well.
Because I believe he'd already been given a potion, so
yeah.
I think
I'll just complete that action now.
Just shake him awake the rest of the way. Yeah. As he can awaken to the unpleasant feeling of something still floating around in his body, despite the rest of the arrows missing.
Are we referring to the arrowhead floating around his body?
Yes.
Okay.
Also, everything looks like it's been through a paper shredder.
Yeah, the last thing Salxus remembers is whatever Sinjalorn said about Darendil before, just a feeling of frustration.
So Salxus' eyes snap open and he kind of sits upright, looking around the room, looking at each of the members of the party and going, what the hell happened? Why am I tied up?
Because it's your pastime?
Because you turned when Sinjalorn mentioned that Darendil wasn't real, or was a liar at the very least.
That information is simply cannot be true, Salxus. and just hearing it is enough to. I don't picture Salxus being an angry person, so I'm curious how strange it would be for him to just have anger immediately inflicted upon him by just a statement.
He's probably the frustrated kind, I guess.
Like, no, of course he's real. Are you fucking stupid?
I would also like Salxus to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh yeah, right. Hang on. 11.
Does an opportunity have to make one too, since he
Opportunity willingly failed it
Okay.
when I originally cast it.
Yeah.
I believe mine's a 12.
So
Okay,
nobody
so he
passes.
fails.
Perfect.
Nobody passes. So, Salxus, I will inform you, since you were not present for this whole altercation in your right mind. We are all under the effects of a zone of truth. So everything that everyone says is truthful.
Well, I understand that much, but how about you explain what the hell happened?
I killed you.
I helped.
He's
Does
just
Thorin smile when he says that?
Yes.
he just kind of blinks in an astonishment, unable to say anything to that, really. Kind of nudging you to go on. Elaborate further.
I will elaborate further. However, I believe the time limit on my spell is close to being up, so I would like the original question I had asked answered. Opportunity.
I don't know what worked. When Salxus and I spoke outside of Gauntled Grim, he said that now wasn't the time. There were things he couldn't be distracted from. And so I agreed to keep the silent part silent.
Okay. Salxus, would you care to elaborate on this?
Once again, what is going on?
You died.
Right now, we started our circle of sharing. I started. Darendil possessed your body. You transformed and attacked all of us. In response, I laid you low. Opportunity
Darendil
against
attacked us. The same guy we talked to, both of us.
yes.
Is that a...
Because he's a liar.
Which, would Salxus remember me stating that Darendil manipulated memories?
I think that's the last thing you said, really, before he turned. So
It would be there,
just
kind of
barely.
hazy.
Okay. I will reiterate that Darendil manipulated my memories farther back than I have known you, any of you. And because of that, I believe him being ousted here is why he attacked us. However, since we are still doing our circle of sharing and my question still stands, I then pose the question to you. What work? Because as of right now, with Darendil potentially still attached to you, there's still more revelations to be had, and I will happily continue my sharing. I need to know what is what. So, what work did opportunity mean?
Work I mentioned when I talked with him on the surface.
Yeah.
Well, as you know, I am a faithful follower of Saloon. And it just so happened that I got a vision from her. My job in the Underdark is not yet finished.
And what is said job?
I'm not entirely sure. I know it has to do with Graven Hollow and the vision I saw. A vision I asked you about, the black seed falling from the sky.
Okay.
Now, can you answer some questions for me? What you're saying that Darendal has been a master manipulator who has been playing us so we would be on his side, trying to find him a body? What was his exact goal? What am I missing here?
I am not sure if he has manipulated any of your three memories. My memories were manipulated so far back to basically my near childhood, which is over 2 centuries ago.
And for what purpose? So you would bring him back and give him a corporeal form?
So that I would be willing to aid in whatever he wished. While I was gone, I did a few things. One of which the side effects were I have come to realize that my memories were being manipulated and strings were being pulled against my wishes. I can differentiate which memories were modified. I still remember our little meeting with Darendil above ground, but I know that it is not accurate. Whatever we saw was not correct.
So it
And
wasn't
the
form.
bigger problem is because when we met him, you saw the same thing I did, correct? The elven figure?
I saw what could only be described as a pure blood high elf. Or sun
Yeah.
elf, yes.
So, here's the thing. He, as far as my memory serves, the correct memory, he didn't exist. So, not only was that part planted into my memory, it was planted into yours. And the only one who had an idea of what he looked like at that time was me. So I believe it is safe to say to at least you have also had your memories modified potentially.
Now, that is interesting because before that, back in Bligdenstone, I read for Celxis and I saw a blonde-haired elf.
Okay. That means you are also under scrutiny.
But
Oh,
it wasn't. Was it me that was manipulated, or was it the cards? Or were the
but
cards reading a manipulated Celxis?
I do not deal much in the way of tarot readings and fate telling. If I was to hinder a guess, it could be that A, your most recent guess, the cards reading a manipulated Celxis would be correct, or B, you read something that pertained to Celxis, but the Darendil effect made you see what it wanted you to see. You read the cards, but were reading from a different script.
That is very possible. I did say at the time that it didn't feel like reading for Celxis.
Okay, so you're telling me that Darendil, the second soul possessing me, has malicious intent.
Oh, yes.
Start to finish. Do you know the intentions? The exact intentions?
No. I know that it is throughout the last 200 years of memory, my memory has been manipulated, and key figures in my life has been replaced with this Darendil figure. I've come to realize that there are things that I entered the Underdark originally with that I no longer have. And my entire mission was overwritten by Darendil to make that my mission.
And his task he gave you was to save him.
No.
To give him form again.
No. The task was I was to escort you to the labyrinth here in the Underdark. And we were to use what was in the center.
This is complicating things, god damn it.
So
you're telling me the very malicious soul possessing my vessel, you could say, is trying to get to the center of a labyrinth within the Underdark, which very might be close to Graven Hollow, where I have to go as well.
Correct.
Graven
They
Hollow.
are roughly in opposite directions, I believe.
Oh, okay, perfect.
I was saying correct to his statement, not that the Graven Hollow was near.
Okay, never mind.
Graven
I think
Hollow
you have to go more northeast for Graven Hollow. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's more like northeast for Graven Hollow and more south for the labyrinth.
Okay.
Well, even if Graven Hollow is the opposite direction, if he can manipulate memories, then I can't trust I'm going the right way, that any of us are going the right way.
I have a physical copy of the directions to the Graven Hollow, so that should help us navigate at the very least.
What the hell?
I have one final question before we can continue on to the rest of the circle sharing. And if you'd like, I can finish up my turn, or we can go on the room, and then we can come back to me, and I'll finish up everything else. Would you willingly allow yourself to be taken to any form of clergy? We can get your clergy if needed here in the town to get your soul and potentially souls looked at before we continue anything else once we done with the circle. This is to ensure that Darren because I'll be frank, I murdered you. You were dead. Opportunity did something which turned the room to shreds and revived you against my wishes because you attacked us. You once again transformed it to Daredevil before my eyes, which fun fact, I also know that you, or whether it was you or Darendil, had infected Opportunity. Opportunity is cured.
He looks at Opportunity.
Yes, we know that. Or at least I know that because I've fought enough. I have fought.
I told you.
Plenty of. Yes. Well, yes, but as soon as he died, you instantly snap back.
Yeah.
And dealing with things in Sinjorn's past, seeing him die and you snap back, I know that he was your cause of lycanthropy.
He briefly looks at Opportunity and then his own body bound in chains or rope or whatever you found.
You're in rope. I'm not putting you in chains.
rope, yeah. Looking at his own body upon hearing that he died, and then Opportunity has been cured. Sort of marinating in those facts. A bit much to take in. There is a clergy to Saloon, and there is a priest who works for her. Saloon is a guide for well-aligned lycanthropes. She might
Mhm.
know something. She might help. I'm willing to try.
Thank you. Then
And
that'll be on the agenda once we have completed this. Unless Opportunity has anything else you would like to add.
well, I mean,
Done.
I do have things to add, but I suppose it could wait for my turn in the sharing circle.
Well, no time like the present. Opportunity. Because I started and this devolved into almost the entire group getting murdered.
Yeah.
So I will finish this until later because I have a feeling that some people might not like other things I have to say. So,
Oh boy.
Opportunity,
Okay.
you may take the floor.
Cool. So, on that note, Soxus, this isn't permanent. According to the terms, we have 2 weeks. And if we don't get to the Graven Hollow before then, you'll leave us.
Herbs for the resurrection magic.
Yeah.
So who did you make that deal with?
Question. Flags are popping up in my head. Can I make a? Can Cinderlorn make? Would I need to make something because this sounds like incredibly Fey, and he is Fey? Would I need to make something to like put that together, or do you think that Cinderlorn would have enough base knowledge to know that this sounds like some sort of deal?
I did say terms.
Yes. No, I was asking more Ben, but did our DM leave us?
I have my mic up. That's what's happening.
Ah.
Fae, fiends, celestials, and even some powerful elementals and aberrations will make tricky deals. So it's
Okay.
It really would be like trying to pull the right piece of paper out of a hat.
Okay. All right. Well. All right. So I'll go back in character. So you made a deal. This wasn't a spell.
Yeah.
With whom or what did you make this deal?
Because you were arguing with someone.
Yeah, you had stated something under your breath. I personally forgot what it is because I been a
think
week.
that works out really well anyways. Like under his breath in that fucking heat of the moment, just watching Sauxus's dead body.
Well, this is a zone of truth.
Yep.
But I don't know how much I can say. I told you before that Thorn wasn't the only one with friends in high places.
Who said men are in the high places?
Well, friends in low places then.
Okay.
Cinderlorn isn't the only one. Thorin isn't the only one with powerful friends. And
Is the word friends strained?
and you can ask all you want about it, but I won't say anymore.
Okay.
Simply because it's one of those very powerful friends. And I don't know how much I can say.
Okay. Alrighty. Well then, it is still your turn for Circle of Sharing. Let us continue.
Well, in the original Circle of Sharing, I was going to say that Salsus and I went off on an adventure while you were gone. And, oh, sorry, before I say that, way back in Bligdenstone, when we got our visions from the Graven Hollow, we went on the Foggy Village Ruin game that apparently only I went on. And Cinderlorn, you saw a vision from your past, and Thorin had a regular day and has no connection to this, apparently. When that was over, I was left with an amethyst rod, which, to the best of my knowledge, was a key to the Graven Hollow. Now, this amethyst rod would assault me with horrible visions of things that I did not ask for multiple times. And it got to the point where I was angry with it, and so I threw it across the room, and it shattered into pieces, and the magic from that entered my body, which is great for me. So
I think Central would probably notice that options guys are no longer red and now purple.
I'm assuming that explains the change in your visage.
Yes, it does. And so because of that, I can see visions more frequently now. So,
well, if it's any consolation, I was also left with that whole thing, and that is the robes that what Salix is wearing, but purple looks better.
Oh, well, thank you. I'm hoping that it will go away after we visit the Graven Hollow. But while you were gone, after I gained this new sight, I received a vision of a temple down here in the Iron Tabernacle. And Salixus and I, we went to investigate and discovered that that temple was where the doppelgangers had set up their nest.
I even asked both of you, did anything happen while I was gone?
And we waited for the sharing circle.
You both said no. Well, I also now need to talk to Wefrock because now I have another person lying to me.
That's a good point.
Thorn stayed in the Great Hall just eating muffins or pastries, where they were.
Jelly tart jam things. Oh yes, that was another suspicious thing that happened, but we can get to that later.
They were delicious.
While we were there, we went to the temple. We discovered the doppelganger nest. We did not engage them. We were both invisible the entire time. We crept around, gained some valuable information, and then we left. They never knew we were there. We did. Do you remember when we first encountered doppelgangers after Saltus and I ran away and you guys came to get us? They had flying things that they apparently summoned to help them in their battle. Those flying things live in the belfry above the temple where they have made their nest. And we know this because one of them came down and picked up Stool while we were doing our reconnaissance. We managed to rescue him, but that thing, we awoke that thing, but it didn't see either of us. And then it went off looking for Stool, didn't find anything, came back. The doppelgangers know that it was disturbed, but they don't know why. And we're all safe and happy. So that's the extent of their knowledge of us and our knowledge of them.
Gotcha. Yeah. Looks like I get more target practice.
Oh, yes. And I believe that ends my turn, unless someone else has more questions.
No. So who would like to go? Lauren, let's go with you next.
So while you're away, a box of pastries arrived, and I ate the entire pastries while the other two went off, did their little thing.
Okay. So
And I feel fine. I don't know what they're thinking.
You feel fine. That's understandable. Okay. Did it say who it was from? Do you know who it was from?
The
Did
note
it
said.
say?
It's that from Wefrock.
Mhm. Oh no! Did that gift come before or after we went to the temple?
Before.
It was
Before.
before.
Before. That's true. It
Yeah,
did. Okay.
because I told you guys I was going to sit in the on the chair or the whatever it's considered couch.
And you
with
were
the pastries.
eating.
And re-
Yep. You were eating the pastries when I threw the thing. Okay.
Question
Yeah.
for DM.
yes.
So I had posed 2 questions in the form of one. Does he have to answer both truthfully?
I know the spell
Whatever.
allows for you to dance around things and whatnot. It doesn't compel you to speak.
Okay.
But
Yes.
if you do speak,
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So it came from Wefrock. Is what you're saying? The note said that it was from
Yeah.
Wefrock.
Yes, the note said that it was from Rafik. I did receive a vision. I hate this stupid thing. I did receive a vision directly after I threw the crystal that, or maybe it was the reason why I threw the crystal. Anyway, it had us, I believe we were infighting or dead or dying or something, and then Wefrock was also there in the background, and Wefrock in the vision said that he did not send the tree. But I don't know how accurate that is.
Okay.
Again, they're delicious. $8 bucks.
Well. Okay.
If you have the note, we can let you read it.
Okay. The only thing that I would point out is that the whole Darendil thing is memories are modified, and that could be magic or some form of other influence. I'm not entirely sure this whole Graven Hollow, if it would supersede or overwrite it. So it could be that you saw something that was true. It could be that you saw something and it was immediately modified as you were receiving it, or it was a modified thing that you were receiving to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
So
Anything else?
that would be up to you. Do you have anything else to share? So you just sat here, read a book, and ate pastries.
Yes. Because I figured their journey was not something that I wanted to do, considering I was looking for information, and I have a book in Primordial that I was reading.
Huh. Anything interesting?
Nope, nothing yet.
Cinderlord was gone for 2 days. Was there anything
Yeah.
that you did? Yeah, was there anything that you did on the first day that you think is relevant?
I went and got the book.
All right, but that's it.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. I guess we will Celxus. Your turn for circle sharing, and then we'll finish up with me.
Well, this is quite a lot to take in. Oh, no, sorry. It isn't the time to reminiscent about what I'm feeling right now. While you've been gone, I interrogated Hefric whether he is working with the doppelgangers and found out he's being blackmailed to work with them.
Oh.
They
Who,
have
Wefrock
this.
is?
No, Hefric, the
Hefric,
courier
okay.
who
Yeah.
greeted us at the beginning of when we entered the city.
Yeah.
Yes. The advisor of the king, or his personal courier, rather, sorry. And they hold his father as a hostage, so to extract information from him. I planned to deliver an information letter and have opportunity track this letter using magic, but I mean, he already explained it. We found the place. There, we skipped a few turns. We just need to prepare a raid and all of that. What else? There isn't really much to share beyond that. I've been fully focused on this side of work.
Soxus, is
Hmm.
Darendil still present?
Do I feel any
He's in-
different? Do I feel something inside?
Unless I've ever specifically mentioned it, he's never really been an active present.
Okay.
He is almost like a little boxed off piece in the back of your head. You're aware that he's there, but nothing happens until a transformation or a kind of triggering event.
I think you mentioned before that I feel like claws clawing at my heart before the transformation a few days beforehand.
Yeah. You can begin to feel,
And
like I said,
so it's
something's grappling
none
inside
of-
your chest.
and just a few
No.
minutes ago, you did say that he had this anger forced upon him. Would
Yeah.
he know that it was forced upon him?
That's a good question.
I think he might find that it's strange how much it annoys him, but I don't know if he could. He would probably be able to put together that it's not directly from himself. With the
I
extent of this
think there's a
conversation.
bit much going on at the time to. My boy has
Yeah.
a lot to take in at the second.
He's just been beaten with a baseball bat's worth of information.
Yeah.
You will see Cinderlorn eagerly awaiting an answer for this.
I know, right?
Bow
I
still
never
in
really
hand.
had any feeling of him being there unless I was about to turn, so I can't tell.
Alright, so we'll just have to take you to the clergy.
We're taking him to the
assistant.
temple. Okay.
We have 2 weeks to reach Graven Hollow, you said. How far away is it? How long do we have to travel?
My I don't think the directions say how long it takes.
Great. God damn it, there was so much more I wanted to do in the city. We might have to cut it a bit short.
Well, if
But
someone didn't
nonetheless.
turn,
Now, you can't blame him entirely for that. He is possessed. But nothing else to share?
Well, there was one thing bugging me, and since we're already in a zone of truth, and
or did that wear
the
off already?
addresses.
'Cause the circles.
Oh, it's already gone?
No.
Yeah, that wore off quietly in the background. I was just
Oh,
letting
God
people
damn
go.
it. And I'll still ask anyways. Foreign. I understand the reason of everyone here on why they might return down into the Underdark, but for you, I frankly know nothing about your motivations, why you haven't left once we reach the surface. Why are you still here?
Are you still here?
I just said it. I have a mission by Saloon. Now your turn. Why are you still here?
To be determined.
To be
So,
determined. I feel like a circle of sharing maybe deserves a little bit more clarity on that one.
Indeed.
yeah.
My motos are mine until I decide to share them with you guys.
Well, if it's all the same to you, when we were dropped down the chasm by the air elemental, was it? The air elemental said something about his quest aligning with Thorin's quest. Both of them given this quest by Talos.
You have
That
been
you're-
giving a quest by the Destroyer. And what might that quest be?
That is something that you will find out in time.
I
Mm,
fear I don't want to wait for that time. His name
You
of
want
the Destroyer
you
is
wonder?
disturbed.
You guys ever wonder why I'm reading all these books?
Yes, please
Yeah.
do tell. That's why we are asking.
I'm gathering information for what I need to do.
And what is it that you want to do?
Go deeper than the dark.
Why? How
You're-
about this? Why
I don't know.
does why does your mission need to be secret? Is it because there is someone very powerful who is working against you?
I mean, we have a lot of things very powerful working against us.
And
So you have
you
to understand. You know who my god is. This city, I've come to found out, is not very keen with my god. So I'm gonna keep everything that I'm doing on a need and know basis while in this fortress.
so
town,
you're telling
whatever.
us so you're telling us that we will have a second circle of sharing outside of the city, and you will tell us more then.
Or I choose not to.
you said this is on a need to know basis.
Yes.
I'm going to insist
Foreign,
that I need to know.
Foreign, you're
Because
currently
right now-
working in the name of the Destroyer. We need to know.
The Destroyer.
That is
Uh,
one of his titles, yes.
To be fair, he is less of an active, destructive force and more like a force of nature. Less like a army wiping things out, and more like a tornado coming through.
Okay, I'll call him the Raging One then. That's also one of his titles.
That's acceptable.
Thorin has never actively acted against us.
No. I have
Just
not.
as Darendil hasn't
I
until
don't-
Cinderon pointed him
exactly.
out.
Hang on, let me see if I can find it. Dark one.
Also, back when we got invited into the King's Feast, I did use a sort of detection magic to pry out if there are any doppelgangers among us. And Thorin, you gave off a faint signal of. Wait, did Detect Evil and Good give me a feeling of what kind of?
He just pinged
Can you
celestial,
just-
I think.
Okay.
Vaguely celestial.
Okay. You gave off a hint of something celestial. Are you sure you're not an envoy? of
I can
him?
explain that.
Go on. I mean, that would probably explain why he was flying the last time as well.
He's an
when we
Aasimar.
fought.
That's why he grew wings and flew when you first transformed into Daredevil.
That explains a lot.
It's opportunity, just like I'd fucking do it.
Yeah, I did.
All right.
Well, thanks for sharing that, Cinderlord.
It's called a sharing circle.
Yes, but back to the
If you don't
point
share,
of,
I'll do it for you.
back to the point of missions. I have shared originally what I thought was my mission. They have both shared why they're here. I would like a little bit more clarity on what your mission is here. You don't have to give the whole thing. You don't even have to elaborate everything. I'm just asking what it is that you're supposed to be here for.
So the title, fine. I'll give you one clue. The title of this book is all about Belleros.
That makes things worse.
Unless it's... Why would Talos send anyone on a mission to Belros, basically? Presumably to destroy Belros and return him to Talos, because without him, Talos is weaker.
More and less.
I'm gonna be 100%. The only gods that I know or care about are the elven ones in the pantheon at home. I know a saloon from a wandering druid, and a few of the human gods. That's about it. So,
I love how
I,
Saloon from a Wandering Druid, not Salx's Wandering Druid.
um, original
okay.
sources. Original sources.
Okay, so
Yeah.
the U2 opportunity in South Lakes. Do you remember when we were back in Shushar's
Yes,
cave?
yes, I do.
Do you remember
Yeah.
what was on the wall that you guys were looking at for very long periods of time?
Yes,
It's been quite some time.
I believe I can pull it up real fast.
Something about
Know where to search for it.
gates.
Something dark side.
Pretty much. Was it an
Would you like me to say what it was or what you guys wrote down or whatever?
what I wrote down? If you can say what I wrote down, I'll be very impressed.
Well, what was on the behind the statue?
Thorin is a butt. I don't know.
What was behind the statue that was there for everyone to see was
Yes.
Asmus fled, blank, 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 Talos following, blank, 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 wake, 5 more blanks, labyrinth, blank, 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 terrible artifact, blank, blank, hidden and then created Belleros. Servant, blank, the Nine Hills.
Yes.
Did you just say servant of the Nine Hells?
Well, yes. There's a little bit more to the story. The legend that I gathered after doing some more research said that Talos and Asmodeus were fighting for some reason. Asmodeus fled. Talos created the labyrinth to trap him. Then Asmodeus used a terrible artifact to split a lesser, more evil demon, Belros, off of Talos. And now
Okay.
Belros serves Asmodeus as a guardian to the entrance of the Nine Hells.
Oh, hold up.
Yes.
So the labyrinth is the prime material plane's entrance to the 9 layers of hell.
I am assuming so, yes.
I fucking hate the Underdark, man.
Same.
I can see Sinjalorn just wilting, one hand on his forehead. I fucking hate this
I
place.
legitimately was. I literally had one hand on my forehead.
I fucking hate this place.
Thumb on my right cheek. The rest of my fingers are rubbing my temple.
Yep.
Okay. So, of the short of it, for what I understand, Thorin, you are here because your god wishes you to deal with the demon that was split off of him in some form or manner. And that involves the labyrinth. Because as Opportunity just stated, Belleros, the demon, is in there guarding the gates of hell.
It doesn't say that he's in there. It just says that he was created.
Although other sources have implied that the center of the labyrinth is the gate to the Nine Hells, which is presumably what Belros is guarding.
Wait.
So it makes sense
Okay.
that Belros would be in the labyrinth.
Hey guys,
So-
I'll be right back.
Okay.
I
Oh,
need to
boy.
get downstairs real quick.
Okay. So this my next statement is going to doesn't involve Thorin, but I could reiterate. So what you're saying is the location that the thing that has possessed Salxus wanted us to go to the literal door of hell, because that was the task that he had asked us to do when Salxus had attempted to purify my bow, when we both had a shared vision.
At this point,
So
I wouldn't put it past him.
I swear to God, I just want to go back to my kingdom, gather my army, and purge this entire fucking place.
Well, we are here now, so let's do what purging we can.
Oh, happily, absolutely.
All right, great.
You too.
Aside from the Myconids, everything down here can fucking die.
And the dwarves and the gnomes.
I
Can
was gonna
die.
say.
Oh my goodness.
Aw.
All right, all right.
Oh,
I
sweet-
draw the
hold on.
line there.
What about Topsy and
Okay.
Turvy?
Um,
And the guy that
Jim
sold you
Jar.
gunpowder.
hold on. What was the last one, Ben?
And the guy that sold you gunpowder.
The guy who sold me gold power was an asshole because he immediately fucking locked himself behind a fucking wall and wouldn't talk to me again.
That's true.
Oh yeah. But he sold you gunpowder.
And Gara at the
Anyway.
Singing Stones, and the Digamatics, and Tappy the Barkeep, and
All right, I'm back.
what other names?
The
do I
husband
know?
of the husband of the Digrammatics can fucking bite when I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
What I miss?
I was
Just Central
stating,
hating everything but the Myconids.
yeah, basically everything down here minus the Myconids can get purged. I want to go back to my kingdom, gather my army, and fucking murder shit.
Except
That's
the other thing is that when we were at the feast, the king's feast, there was talk of a great evil that was coming out of the abyss, and roll credits.
No, we're not leaving on another cliffhanger.
I know. There was a great evil that was coming out of the abyss, and would destroy everything that was down here, and then spill out to the surface and destroy that as well. So you might get your wish if we don't contain this evil.
Well, with that knowledge, because I was paying more attention towards Salxus at the time and playing Shadow.
Bodyguard.
So with that knowledge, I have a little bit of warlike thoughts, but is it my turn to finish the sharing circle? Or do we have anything else for Thorns? Or Salxus's? Because right now it's on Salxus.
I'm still somewhat unsatisfied by Thorin's answer. I do not
here to
trust.
destroy Baldros and destroy him to Talos?
I'm not sure I can fully trust that. Talos is a pure force of destruction. He has literally been formed from the first destructive battle between Saloon and Shah. He is destruction.
Oh, that's some good lore that I didn't know. Ooh.
But he is a deity, and he has a right to his own realm. And
his own realm, yes, but for all we know, he could be roaming this realm once Thorin is done.
all Thorin is doing is restoring him to his former power. He's returning something that was stolen.
He looks over to Thorin. Is
Not
that all
all
you're planning
stolen
to
things
do?
need to be returned.
Is that all you're planning to do? Restore Talos to his former self?
And that's all you're going to get from him for right now.
Disgust.
If I wasn't bound, I would be slapping you right now.
Yes, but you're
that.
bound because you decided to fucking transform and attack.
Excited! That's
Oh,
rich. All right. We can certainly find a way to contact Talos and ask him what he plans to do once his power has been restored, if that's truly what Thorin's goal is.
Good luck contacting him. I barely talk to him.
Thorin's heard of stories where priests directly attempting to contact Talos have been fried on the spot.
That makes sense.
I will say
There have also been instances where they've been given visions and led to glorious conquest, essentially. It's a real flip of the coin. The turnover rate is real high for priests from Talos.
Every day of my life. All right.
Alrighty.
And then I suppose there's one more thing that I should say before you anger the rest of us and we start another civil war.
Oh, sure.
I hate this stupid vision thing so much. I received a third that appeared to be in the future of the magma titan breaking
Uh-huh.
free and destroying Gauntlgrim. And I'm not sure how far in the future that is, but what we fought was the bonds weakening. So there's that.
I mean, to clarify though, this city is built on an imprisoned titan.
Yes, they did that to themselves.
Yes, I understand that there are innocents and civilians living here, but you're
That is-
literally riding on they're living on the back of an active volcano.
And
It
they
is the
didn't
Eventually,
second most
it is
dwarven
going
thing.
to erupt.
Exactly. Yes.
It is the second
So-
most dwarven thing I've ever heard, behind the pastime of throwing a rock off of a cliff to see if you can nail a goblin.
Which
Oh,
just live
yeah.
on a fucking volcano.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So, at the very least, I think we should warn the people in charge and say that this is a vision that I had of the future, whether or not it comes to pass. And maybe have them drill the citizens on evacuation procedures. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, you can definitely speak to Wefrock and the King about this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be 100% real though. If what we fought was just elementals attempting to weaken the bonds, and the bonds actually break free and this titan goes loose, there is a solid chance this whole mountain, especially the one that leads into the overworld, will turn into a volcano.
Yes.
Though I am not. I look at land as war maps and stuff like that. It's not. I'm not too sure how a living, what is he, a fire titan, a lava titan, whatever. This thing, if it breaks loose, I do not know how this is going to change the landscape, but it would be incredibly detrimental.
Yes. And it does depend on whether the Titan wants to go up or down. If the Titan wants to go further down underground, then it wouldn't. Perhaps it would leave the mountain as a hollow shell, and the mountain would still stand. We don't know.
That really, yeah, that depends on whatever the Titan decides to do.
Mm-hmm. All right. I suppose that's it. I think we can go back to your turn now.
All right, cool. All right, so to start with a couple things. Let me reintroduce myself. I am Sinjalorn Rivermoss, noble and guardian of Nelrindunbane. I am in charge of both the offensive and defensive military might of my kingdom. As my previous knowledge of my titles had been stripped from me due to, and I will wave my hand towards Suxus. While I was gone, I noticed something, and unfortunately, I'm going to pull out an empty bag and toss it on the ground. The pouch of duplication no longer works once I had left the Underdark. For that, I apologize. I did not realize taking it out of the Underdark would make it lose its magic.
Womp womp.
But if it wasn't something that you did that broke it, then perhaps it's possible to restore the magic to it.
Feel free to take it. At this point, I hate you for that, Womp Womp. With that being stated, opportunity, I require the aid of your magic to help locate 2 items.
All right.
It is a pair of rings, and we can go over this later for potential for things to do.
As he says, a pair of rings,
Oh boy.
everybody can see Opportunity's eyes glow slightly brighter. Opportunity, you're given a vision similar to one that you've had before of twisting corridors, mines, tunnels, natural caverns that just zip by you as you can hear a deep, gravelly chuckle right behind you as you see a pair of rings laying on the ground in a room. A total of, double check this so I don't get the number wrong. Oh, come on. Be faster. Where's it at? Where is it? There it is. You see a room with 8 angel statues. There are 2 rings that lay on the ground for you. They look to be maybe signet rings, but it's hard to tell as the essentially the top side of the ring is facing away from you, as you can hear a myriad of voices whispering to you from these different statues before the vision ends.
Great. And it was clearly a long ways away.
At least do a lot of twists and turns.
Yeah, it's not. It doesn't look like dwarven architecture.
No. Some of the mines, kind of.
Okay. But it's far more likely that it's not in Gauntlgrip.
No.
Okay.
It is very unlikely to be in Gauntlgrip.
Okay. Cool. It's not a place I've seen before.
It's something you've seen in one of your visions. It is
Really?
a similar place. Something you've seen is in one of your visions similar. I believe that in that vision there were 2 large creatures that fought.
Oh. Wait. That was before the magma titan interrupted our peaceful day in town.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. Okay. And those things that fought, the things were smaller than the statues, about the same height as the statues, or bigger than the statues?
Some of the things that fought were much larger than the statues.
But they each
They
had an army.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I have no idea where that is or how to get there. I need to get my hands on scrying. All right. Cool. That's going to be useful later, probably, hopefully.
So whatever the rest of Central was going to say after a pair of rings.
Yes. I would like assistance helping me find my pair of rings. I do remember my true mission, and considering that everyone had basically grilled me for information when I first joined, I will update. Um, there is an elf down here who belongs to the scouting division of Gondolgrim. They share of my name. My mission is to recover them. My true mission is to recover them.
All right.
Like previously stated, we are a group. I am willing to help everyone in provided that this does not hinder or in any way affect the rescue and recovery of this individual.
Okay.
And that individual is here in Gontalgrim.
No, they
Oh.
are based out of Gondolgrim. I actually need to return to the Scouts Guild because they have they have several maps for me. They have a map which will lead me from here to where were last supposed to be. And they also have a map which will lead me towards the labyrinth.
That's nice.
Because originally that was the initial plan before I left, was because I was supposed to go there for, and again I will wave my hand, I am no longer saying the D word.
Dick. I'm sorry.
With that in mind, um I will say, opportunity, if you could acquire the ability to do this string like maneuver that so destroyed this entire room as a common means of using it in battle, it was very effective. That's what hurt me the most. This little scuffle. Actually, yeah, that's the thing that hurt me the most.
Um,
That was a very, very potent move.
my apologies. I'm not sure I can act, but that's all I'll promise.
Okay, as long as you don't have to make more deals to use this ability.
We'll see. In this vision,
We'll see.
in this vision that I had, I saw the two rings, and I could not see the top of them, but from where the camera was to where the rings are, was that a distance of less than 30 feet?
1 second.
At first, I thought you were explaining, and then you said camera, and I'm like, okay, this is a question.
All right. What was your question?
From where the POV, the camera of this vision, and where the rings were, was I looking at the rings from closer than 30 feet?
I think you would have almost been at the entrance of this room. Let me see here. It doesn't give a size for the room that I'm seeing, but I'm going to say that it's probably a fairly large room, maybe like 100 feet on any side, and you're kind of at the door. They're probably about 50 feet away.
Okay, great.
Big. I will
Did you
say the
hear
room
jingle bells?
looks like yes.
Yeah,
Jingle
they're
bells,
attached to
jingle
my
bells.
door.
Nice. I will say the room, it looked like at one point it may have been kind of more grand and ornately carved, but it looks like over time stalactites and stalagmites have built up. Erosion has worn away certain parts. It is fairly rough. Even the statues have begun to kind of grow over a little bit. It is
Okay.
a particularly ancient scene.
And Soren, the spell that
Yes.
I have to find an object only works if the object is within 1,000 feet of me.
You said Thorin. I believe I was the one asking about the rings.
Good heavens. I do this with everything. Everything. I say a sentence and my sisters are like, "Oh, did you mean?" Yes, I did. Cinderlorn, the spell will only work if the object is within 1,000 feet of me. And as soon as you mentioned the rings, I received another vision. This is going to be a common theme. And that made it look, I saw them. I can't say that I know where they are, but I know that they are. And I know that they are not within 1,000 feet of us.
Okay.
So,
Well, if you had a vision, I'm assuming some slight insight as to where it potentially is. So, any bits, any notes of whatever you saw could be used to help locate and potentially find out where it is. Did you see anything else aside the rings?
yes, they were towards the middle of a circular room. I believe the room was circular.
I would go
And
with that. It wasn't originally in my mind, but I do like the idea of it being circular.
right, great. And then spaced around the edge of this room were 8 angelic statues.
Yes. In various poses, though, they look like they were in. Not pleasant. They look like they were uncomfortable, angry,
Great.
sad.
Cool. Perfect. Yep. That's Freelancer
Nothing
Freezer
good.
all over again. All right. So, for the time being, I saw 2 beings fight here. Oh no.
They were fighting more in the twisted labyrinth area that led up to that.
All right, then I know
Not in
exactly
that.
where your rings are.
You do.
They're in the center of the labyrinth. Yeah. That's what I said.
Said it before, I said it again. I fucking hate this place.
Uh-huh.
Very well. I now have a necessity to get through the labyrinth.
I think at some point we all will. So we might as well just head that direction before we get our reason.
I think you have
Well-
one other place that might be a little more pressing to get to
Yeah.
first.
Yeah,
2
clearly.
weeks.
And also,
Wait.
not saying this as part of the sharing circle, but my stupid face said something about Shushar and his problem that he's dealing with, and so we might want to check up on that at some point in the future.
No, he's fine.
Okay, great. As long as he's fine, then that's all good. I don't care.
That wasn't part of the sharing circle. That was out of context.
Yeah, that was totally out of
Okay.
off the record.
Because I don't know personally or at Cinderlorn who Shushar is.
Oh, okay, good, awesome.
You can once again hear the sound of metal on metal. So this time the accompanying sound of a kind of swishing of cloth over stone.
I'm looking at my
Oh, boy.
lamp.
No, it is not lighting up.
Okay.
Let's see here.
There's going to be a common thing if anything happens. Just a
Yeah.
heads up.
A dog walks by. I look at my lamp.
Not too
Yeah,
far
and
off.
actually.
I heard
and
something
then-
had happened. Are you up? Why is he tied up? As Wefrock rounds the corner with 2 guards.
That is a good question. Why am I still tied up?
Because
You can't be trusted.
Mm,
I don't trust Melis.
I mean, as of right now, that's going a lot of ways.
Wefrock reaches into his beard and crushes a bead. Salxus, you can hear his voice in your head. If that's you, nod your head twice.
Oh no.
I do.
Oh no.
All right. He's no doppelganger. What's the meaning of all this?
There are
As soon as
Uh,
Wefrock sees him nod his head.
there
So-
are things that are dangerous that are not doppelgangers.
all right. will
Salxus,
say-
do you need help?
I'm fine as long as no combat ensues, which I doubt. Especially now that you're here.
Boy.
Sugar Papa,
Well,
save
actually,
me.
Wefrock, we literally had just spoken a short time ago, and now I have questions to bring up to you.
Yes.
To answer your question, and I'm not sure. I know your magic is all about the beads. Our yellow robed friend here, has something attached to his soul. When we were reconvening after I had returned to share anything that had happened, which apparently things did happen, and that he wasn't entirely safe. So I want to ask you about that because you told me he was kept safe.
He may have had a moment where he was not physically 100% well, but his injuries were seen to, and he did nothing that was not of his own volition.
Injuries.
He was never in any danger.
He never told me about injuries. He never told me about anything about injuries. He told me that he had found a location of interest and he sustained no injuries or combat was had. So what are you speaking of?
Oh boy.
Those injuries were not sustained during that mission. They were they were on purpose, okay? They were to trick that one guy I was talking with to get information to talk more, all right? It was
Which guy?
I understand what
already
you're
mentioned
saying.
him.
I
Yeah.
understand what you're saying, but I'm getting a lot of double stories
Conflicting.
here.
Yes.
And
Facts that aren't lining up.
Listen, when you were leaving, I told you I would not go into any mortal danger. That did not happen. I'm still fine. Nothing happened. All right. End of story.
yes,
Yeah,
but
the
when
only
I left,
mortal danger was
I
you.
had tasked when I left, I had asked Wefrock to do me one favor, and that was to ensure your safety while I was gone.
And I
He
was safe. I was safe.
Yes, you an opportunity walking into a temple full of things.
To be fair, when we walked into the temple, we were invisible. It's possible that Westrock didn't know where we went.
It's possible Wefrock's a bad babysitter.
That's also true.
Yes. Well, to answer your question, something is attached to Salxus's soul. We mean we started a sharing circle to enlighten one another as to what had transpired, and during which the thing that attached caused him to grow violent and attack. In response, combat was ensued. But I believe as of right now, it is under control. Obviously, everyone, and myself included, would probably could use some healing, but I would definitely like to get Salxus to the Temple of Saloon here in town to have their high priest or priestess look at him to ensure that nothing is still attached to his soul. And if it is, we would need to get it removed.
Wefrock will give Salxus like a sympathetic look. Are you sure you'd like to go to the Selûnite temple? The priests of Morden would be more than happy to help you.
Well, my issue is within the domain of Selûne, or it overlaps with the domain of Selûne. If I'd welcome the invite if I run into a wall that way, and nothing comes of it. But
All right.
I would prefer the comfort of my own deity first and foremost.
I can't begrudge you that. I would have liked that myself if I had found myself in a similar situation. I love that I have Wefrock as a 9th level cleric with not a single fucking healing spell. I was getting ready to have him try and hand out some healing, and he cannot at all.
Man, that doesn't sound so unfamiliar with this campaign.
Yeah. For real.
Hey, always have at least one heal ready, okay? Don't look at me.
I was also just explaining to them before you had arrived that due to some things down here in the Underdark, especially the thing attached to our robot friend here, some of my memories have been modified. I have, since during my escape out of the Underdark and return, I have come to realize which ones are modified, and I would like to reintroduce myself. As I explained to them, I am a noble and the one in charge of the both offense and defensive might of my kingdom.
It is good to meet you. I am Wefrock, High Priest of Morden, and member of the King's Royal Court. And he'll extend a weathered, tattooed hand out to you to shake.
I will shake it formally.
He'll give it. You know what? Nah, he'll give it a polite handshake. I was gonna have him do that thing where he like grabs your arm and pulls you in like a dick.
I
On the
mean,
Trump move.
I mean, that's just a dwarven handshake, right?
Nah, I don't think not with Wefrock. Not in this moment.
oh, and
Now,
then
can we please untie him? Can we untie him?
Once he is seen by his clergy.
He looks over to Salxus and shakes his head. I find it distasteful to have a friend of mine and a ally to the city walked about in bondage. It does not sit well with me.
You didn't see what he was capable of.
I will say
Don't you find it shameful to treat your own ally this way?
Of course.
Salxus.
But if Salxus was in Syndrone's position, and Syndrone was in Salxus,
I will ask Salxus, does he know of your condition?
He does not.
Okay. Would you care to explain why, if your co-pilot decides to take over, why it would be beneficial to have you?
How about we just sum it up and say lycanthropy?
It looks about the damage room a little more understandingly. And then back to you.
Do I see him trying to put those pieces together?
He's put the pieces together almost immediately.
Okay.
Once he heard lycanthropy and it's in the realm of my goddess, he kind of put it together. I'm gonna check something out real quick. He may not be able to heal you. Let's see.
He may not heal me, but I won't turn away. Disintegrate.
Oh
Yes.
no.
Wait, we don't need that. I could just pop another arrow in you. I could pop an arrow in each one of you, and you all go down.
You mean
Yeah.
another arrow in me? I still have one of your arrowheads stuck inside
Oh, I know.
my
I
body.
left it in there on
Uh,
purpose.
That's
God damn
the
it.
Wefrock
silver
looks
is
to the two
interactive,
guards.
but
Yeah, the Wefrock looks to the two guards and kind of waves them away. Obviously, everything's fine here. Nothing will happen that I can't handle. Please, back to your duties. And once he's waved the two of them off, and they've begun to make their way far enough away, he'll close the door behind him. I still don't feel right letting him be paraded through the streets and
who said anything about parading? If Cinderella
don't.
will consent, we could use the traveling room.
I mean, you can put him in the traveling room.
Wefrock waves a hand as he's peeling back some of the destroyed carpet in the corner of the room. Nonsense. I've already got a plan. Reaching into his robes, he'll produce a piece of chalk and
No
begin
way.
to draw a magic circle on the ground, or at least a series of magic runes on the ground.
Wow. Okay.
He can't heal you, but he can cast teleportation circle.
Okay.
It's linked to the Morden temple down in the Iron Tabernacle. If you're headed to Selune's temple anyways, it should get you much closer. That way you shouldn't have to get to a switching station or anything, or cross the bridge tied up.
Wefrock.
Yes.
Couple questions before we I'm assuming you're coming with us through the teleportation.
He looks about at the damaged room and kind of weighs his options. Do you need me for anything?
Well, if this is connected to the Morden Temple, I think an explanation to anyone inside why all of a sudden we appeared would be not a terrible thing. But I wanted to ask.
This will be to a small courtyard in the back.
Okay.
There might be a person or two, but nothing you should worry about.
I was going to ask about the location of any shops or magic shops in town, but
you're not trying to hunt that place down again, are you?
No, I'm not. If I see him, I'm going to murder him.
Bring me some of those rags he's wrapped himself in. I don't know
If I
what
find
those
him,
runes are.
If I find him, I will. But no, I'm wishing to procure a couple things, but could you relay a message to the Scouts Guild that I have returned to town, and if possible, could you obtain? They have 2 maps for me. I'm hoping that either you could obtain them for me or have them brought here to the rooms.
Yes, I could get a courier to go pick them up and have them delivered to your room here.
Thank you. And then I had something else and I'm drawing a blank. Shops. Oh yes. You are a caster of magics. I swear we have checked Blingdenstone. We've checked the markets here. Do you have a pearl that could be used for identify.
Oh, okay.
Getting handouts.
I've been getting on just fine, but okay.
He looks at you and just shrugs. I don't necessarily need them myself, but I did have a friend that was smart enough to realize that you could go down to one of the jewelry shops in town and just buy a pearl necklace.
Could we have the directions of or the name of said shop?
I didn't have a specific one, but and he'll blush a little bit. There's a little bit of color to the old man's cheeks that you can see peeking out from beneath the beard. There was a place where I'd bought some jewelry for a woman that I was interested in, called Nimsy's. It's a simple little place in the Vault Stone Bazaar.
Nimsies. Thank you.
Is that where I got my comb?
Sure.
Cool.
Let's go with that.
Since it hands out such lovely, girly jewelry, anyways.
I will also say, if you have any beads with magical capabilities, or if you have any chance for, if you have any chances that I could procure a spell from you to store it in an item, I would like to talk to you more about that later.
Some, like a spell scroll or spell gems.
I'll hold up my bow. My string can store a variety of things, spells, depending on the potency of the spell, will determine how many it can store.
Could cast a spell into it if that's what you're asking for.
Yes, but again, that's something that can be, later once we get Salixus looked at and we all receive healing and a bit of rest.
Of course. Come see me when you have the time.
Absolutely. Thank you.
And he'll kind of make his way back out of the room.
Oh, wait, before you go.
Yep.
I'm going to hold up my lantern and I'm going to explain to him and the group. This is an item I procured while I was out of the city and back above ground. This is a lamp of, best I'm going to describe it, detection, and it works on aberrations, things like mimics and doppelgangers. If there's a doppelganger within 300 feet, it will change color. This, from where I acquired it, it seems like it's a not that difficult of an item to make. So while it might not be the lamp that I had originally spoken to you about to reveal true forms, this is something that you could have on the waist guard of all your patrols, and it will let you know if there is potentially a doppelganger nearby.
Are you giving this to me?
No. I am informing you that the magic to make this is probably easier to do than the magic of the lamps that we have in my kingdom. This is probably something that any craftsman and an arcane user could put together. I'm assuming that you probably have a court magician or some other form of arcane magic practitioner within the kingdom.
Yes, me. I myself. And I, quite frankly, feel slightly offended. The production of an item like this is not that simple. If you would allow me to borrow it from you, it could be of use. But if it could just be made, well, why wouldn't we have already be making it?
That question escapes me. I'm unsure why it hasn't been made yet.
There's
But-
probably a trick to it, so
Okay. I figured I would bring another option to your attention.
like I said, if I have the option to borrow it, that would be greatly appreciated. But I could maybe make some guesses off of it just from looking at it. That's about it. I'm
At the
sorry to
moment-
sound ungrateful.
Yeah, I was just trying to relay more information to assist with your issue.
And I'll keep it in
Unfortunately,
mind.
this is the only surefire way I have of detection at the moment. So
I'll keep it in mind
thank you.
as he'll begin to make his way off.
Okay.
The teleportation circle still glowing faintly in the corner of the room.
All right. Shall we?
Please,
Shall.
I'm getting tired of being tied up.
Yes.
Is it just his upper body, or is it arms and legs?
It would be upper body, arms bound to his sides, and the upper half of his thighs.
You can shuffle walk, buddy. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You can just carry me like a backpack.
I mean, we could just throw you over Thorn's shoulder, but
Oh boy.
Oh god, please leave me some dignity, okay?
I feel like being carried by Thorn has to suck. I feel like it's no matter what, there's going to be a couple of small static shocks.
Yeah, it's like rubbing against your hair against a balloon and touching
not even that.
something metal.
Thorn's wearing metal armor.
Yeah.
Oh god.
So there's like
Pinch,
all the little
pinch,
jostles
pinch.
just going into your gut.
Door picks him up and just tosses him over to it.
God
my
damn
goodness.
it. Please stop it.
You watch Sauxus sail through the air, and right when he would collide with the ground, he just disappears. Sauxus,
well,
you just
that's
see
fun.
the
You've activated the spell. We have 5 seconds. Let's go.
All right, I'm running in the circle.
I'm running.
as all of you dash through behind after him.
Damn it.
You can find Sauxus I was gonna say splayed out, but just laying on the stone ground at a small courtyard behind a large stone and metal temple. Two confused acolytes of Morden looking at this bound cleric on the ground.
All right. We will help. I will help him to his feet, and we will. I will nod to the clerics and say, "Lefrock sent us here. We will be on our way."
They just nod to you cautiously as they just kind of exchange a few uncertain looks between the two of them before kind of beginning to make their way back into the temple.
Okay. I do not know where this Temple of Saloon is, but Salxus, you seem to. So, would you
I
care
do.
to give us verbal directions?
I can. I'll guide you. Let's just hope the cleric is here. I've heard he's a bit of a slacker lately.
And I think that is where we will leave the session off. South
Really?
is
No
leading the party.
combat?
Yep.
Oh, you want to
Yes.
combat and all three of you go down again
I know, right?
or die?
I still have all my spell slots. I could fight again.
Yeah.
What a wonderful session. I
Ugh.
enjoyed it. Everybody, well, mostly, everybody shared, even if it was like pulling teeth with Thorin.
I will hope we get through the Salxus thing so we can get back to the rooms and then start a short rest at least.
Oh,
Yeah.
I can say this now that the session's over. You were just straight up like, yeah, I killed you, and I was upset that opportunity brought you back. My first thought was like, man, Zone of Truth couldn't drag that out of me.
Yeah, I second that vote. I think we should finish this thing with Celsius and get to our short rest. And then we'll call it.
Ugh.
Quick question. Did
Nope.
Cinderlon, besides all
I'm
the loose
desperate.
magic items, take away the holy symbol Success uses to cast magic and weapons away as well?
Anything that wasn't tied down to your body is removed from you.
That is a
Uh,
lot of things.
Yeah, first
Right.
of all, yeah.
You are
have your
just
whole.
You are a magic practitioner, so I removed any of the magic items that I had given you, and then I would have also definitely removed your holy symbol because that is a source of you casting magic.
His holy symbol is
And
branded into his body. Remember?
no,
Well,
that's
first of all,
No,
there's
steel.
that.
That's more
That's a
steel.
brand. That's not a.
Second of
Yeah.
all, um, second of all, when he transformed, he couldn't cast magic.
I understand that, but if Darendil decides to take co-pilot and use Salxus's original form, that is the precaution that I was taking. So I was
Okay.
removing magic items, including the source of
I
your
was gonna say
spellcasting.
you did
And
see
weapons
him
too.
use a magic item as Wersalx's.
Yes.
Yes, he used a
So-
magic item, but he didn't cast a spell.
Yes,
Yeah.
I understand that, but Sinjalorn's thought process was if Darendil is still there and where Salxus didn't work, what about regular Salxus? So if Darendil was to assume control of normal Salxus, that's why
Yeah.
I took magic items plus holy symbol or his spellcasting focus.
Yeah,
Weapons too.
Um,
probably.
like yeah, like I said, anything that wasn't like
Okay,
tied to
okay.
your you probably still have your robe on
Hmm.
because I'm
Oh
not gonna
god, please
I'm
don't
not gonna
strip
make you
me.
I'm,
Yeah.
I'm not going to strip you, but I'm removing like the cloak of the bat I gave you, your horn of Gauntlegrim, your weapons,
Alright.
your
Sinjalorn
holy
came out
symbol.
of the other side of this magic circle with an armful of loot, and
Well,
just
Oh,
looking
yeah.
at
unless
these
we
two.
just left it
these
in
two-
the room.
I probably no. His weapons maybe would have been left in the room because they're. I mean, to me, they're not what I would use. But all of the magic items that I had procured, I would have been putting in my bag,
Okay.
including including the holy symbol. Because if Celsius can get cured, I will happily return them.
But no, I had to end off there because I definitely have to do something good with this upcoming Selune moment. It's been
Oh.
forever. I don't think you've actually been in this temple yet.
No, I've been sidetracked so much.
Oh, dude, I know. I am
There's
great at
so
that.
much happening.
You
You
got
don't have it all prepared off the top of your head?
no, absolutely not.
Come on, what kind of a
I
DM
didn't
are
even
you?
need to. With this session, you guys did all the work for me. It was great.
Gross.
That's true.
That's okay.
Especially listening to you guys tell each other.
Word.
Especially listening to you guys tell each other wrong information so confidently.
Mhm.
Oh boy.
By the
I'll
way,
let you sit with that one.
Since Sindralon has removed items from Straxus, and some of probably most of you don't know that he's actually a rogue and mostly associate with him with a cleric. Him having thieves' tools might stand out.
Ooh.
Mm.
Whoa.
I could give an exact list of all the things he has if you wanted.
No, I'm not gonna say I need an exact list. I'm just gonna state that it was the magic items, your weapons, your holy symbol, and then if I had came
Accidentally
across
shake out
them,
a set of thief tools.
I mean, would I have come across them going through your belongings on a quick, just like I'm removing things that would cause issues?
Or are they hidden in the pocket of your boot?
Yeah,
No, they would probably be in a compartment underneath the rope or something like that.
like
That-
on the
so you
inside of
could-
the robe, between your
yeah,
robe and
you
your
would
body.
you would find it if you pat him down.
Yeah. Okay.
Hmm.
I would see
I
it as
feel
a
like you would
question.
have had enough reason to have. You would have had enough suspicion to pat him down.
Yeah,
you were
I'd
looking for
say
his weapons
I'd say
after all.
then yeah, anything that would like oh hey he can use this to escape or cut the bindings. So then
Yeah.
yeah, I guess that I would take it, but it wouldn't be like oh like what is this doing here kind of thing because
Mhm.
I mean I've seen you do other stuff. I don't know if Sindorn would attribute it to you being a rogue, but I mean you're versed in other things other than just casting spells though.
Yeah,
That's another
I do
question
be
though.
hitting hard sometimes.
Purple.
Celsius, to our knowledge, well, to my knowledge, you have been a were spider 3 times. Do you have any additional gaps in your memory?
I think that's something we should have answer during our walk to the temple, right? Wait,
Are
is
we
the
going to
stream
do it
still going,
now
or do I?
before we end the stream?
Oh, okay, it's still going.
No, the stream should be done with.
Haha.
I'm
Now it's
still
the
recording.
cliffhanger. You get to
you're
wait.
recording.
Nope.
All right, fine.
Nah. I would make you wait.
Okay, great, cool. So that's perfect.
Yeah, I
You
was
had
gonna say
enough
definitely
shared.
because like if we did end up getting to doing this little thing and then starting the short rest, that would give us a month to do the short rest or even a long rest. Because hell, we're not gonna come back to this game for a month, right?
Gross, no.
Well, the
because
29th is our next session.
because the 29th is the next session, but it's the crossover one. It's not our actual characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, it's
So
your
it would-
actual. It's not.
It won't be this campaign. So it'll
Yeah,
be
it's a
like I
worm
said,
trap.
it'll be a month before we come back.
I think that's
It will
a good
be next
cliffhanger.
month before we come back, but it won't be 30 days.
It will be close. It's the 12th.
All that info, big old info dump. Perfect.
Cool, okay.
Nice cliffhanger.
Ugh.
He's not real. There's something terrible waiting at the middle of the maze. Your rings are there.
Yep.
You got to get Sauxus somewhere in 2 weeks, or he goes kaput.
Or is that
How did the 2 rings get there?
I don't know.
Dun.
Yeah,
I
man.
had them on my fingers when I entered the Underdark initially, and then somewhere somewhere between
Going underground and meeting you guys.
going underground and meeting the party, they were removed.
Terrifying.
And every time I try to recall it, I'm coming up fuzzy.
That's some Insidious movie plot bullshit.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
And it doesn't make Opportunity feel any better about anything.
It shouldn't.
Yep.
I'm pulling you guys in as many directions as I can unintentionally, and it's great.
Warren reads his books.
You're
Go to
pulling us in
Graven
all
Hollow.
kind of directions, and now you set us a deadline to reach Graven Hollow as
Oh, yeah.
well. This is gonna be great.
Now,
You've got the doppelgangers to deal with. You've got whatever's going on with the Titan. You got to
be
get him to
fair.
Graven Hollow, and you've got the labyrinth. And then Stool's got to go home eventually.
Yeah, eventually. Now, to be fair, Alexis, technically speaking, we don't need to get to the Graven Hollow before 2 weeks is up. But
How
you
so?
seem pretty set on getting to Graven Hollow before the 2 weeks are up, so we'll try to make that happen. But
I mean, I am, because you said I would die again, right?
yes. But if
He's
you
resurrected.
Actually,
yeah.
this is a question, right? So, like, okay, like revivify or any of the revive spells aside from like the bigger revive spells is it has to be within a certain time frame of when they died.
Mhm.
Is Salxus alive or just reanimated at this point? Like, is he?
I am willing to bet that Suxus is actually alive. I caught it within 6 seconds, so it would take a lower level spell to bring him back. So I'm willing to bet that it's
Yeah,
just,
but you said that it was a deal, not a spell. So like,
yeah.
it
So
could be something entirely different.
I suppose, but it makes the most sense to me that the person I made the deal with would have just cast Revivify and then be holding on to some power word kill if I don't make it to the Graven Hollow within 2 weeks.
Power word liquefy.
Something like that. That's what makes the most sense to me. Is that it's literally just at his whim.
Since we're dealing with a Fae, I bet you would find it more funny to, instead of killing Salxus, let Darendil take full control.
We don't know if it's a
Wow.
fit though.
Yes. Stranger Lord doesn't know if it's a fake.
I love how Opportunity also just accepted the fact that Thorin could fly and didn't make us think about it.
Yeah, right.
Oh, yeah. I saw it.
Not like
technically,
I knew it.
technically, I saw him fly in the Foggy Village minigame. So
Yeah.
I've known for
Yeah.
a while.
I'm sorry, because you retain that knowledge, but
Yeah.
because that wasn't the that was actually, that one was canon. That one wasn't a one shot.
Yep.
Yep.
Well,
I
it
will
was
also
canon for me.
Also means you know about the time you got murdered on the boat.
Yeah.
And the
Greg.
time I shot you,
Yep.
and I kept
Yep.
spawn killing you.
Yep. All of that. All of that. And I still resurrected Salxus, risking my life.
What a great team.
I will say I've already added it to my inventory. Emote from Opportunity.
Are you not giving that back?
Oh, we never had a chance to yet, so it's in my inventory.
Wait, what?
The note you had me pick up off your desk.
Oh.
It was in my hand when we left to go through this thing. So it was
That's
in my
true.
hand before. It was in my hand prior to me fleecing Saltus. So I placed it in my inventory.
Okay. Now that's funny because one of the versions of this conversation that I went through said, before we go any further, I'm going to ask that you let the other person read this note so that they know what we're talking about. And that didn't happen. So.
Nope.
Oh boy. Okay.
Oh,
boy.
Man.
Yeah.
All right. I do feel that when we resume in a month for our campaign, we should probably do a quick little recap.
Oh yeah.
Just to like refresh all of us.
I can release the footage of this. We can also go back and watch the stream.
Release the
I was just
sharing
thinking
circle files.
just a 5-minute like refresher to all of us, like just in voice.
Okay. I will watch the stream and then I'll recap for you guys.
Okay. I mean, because like if it was a day like today, I literally work, come home, sleep until about 20 minutes before we play. I wake up, play D&D, go back to sleep for a 2-hour nap, wake up, and then go back to work for another 10 to 12 hours.
Wow.
Oh, man.
So your dreams are wild.
I don't dream.
Yes, you do. I just don't remember.
I was
it.
gonna say.
No,
say
actually, I
you
don't.
do.
I've had a sleep study. I don't stay asleep long enough to enter REM sleep.
LOL. That's something that's wow. Okay.
Yeah, it sucks. So when I say I don't dream, I literally I can't stay asleep long enough to enter REM sleep.
Wow.
I can, but I quit trying to remember my dreams because they were too weird.
Well, if it makes anyone happy, I dreamt about object-oriented programming classes tonight.
I'm sorry you're in hell.
It was, yeah, I am in hell.
Even when I sleep, I can't escape the educational.
It isn't great. It isn't great.
I have 893 dreams logged in my notes on my phone. Some of them I still remember as dreams. Others are just text on my phone at this point.
I'm slightly curious how much my aphantasia affects my ability to remember dreams.
Oh, yeah.
We're just a bunch of collection of broken.
For real.
I vaguely remember one of my dreams, and it fits very much with my D&D love. I was some kind of medieval hall enjoying some kind of feast.
Good.
I was dressed fancy as fuck.
I'm
and then
sad
the
that
next
I
dream.
don't... Yeah.
Good.
No, you go first.
I was gonna say that the next time that I tried to remember a dream, I don't remember it, but the notes that I left behind were mean alien bitch thinks she's better than me.
I will 100%
I was,
say
I just like I was like after I was like, you know what, I'm good. I don't want to know what my dreams are anymore.
um like but Jeff can attest to it, is there's times where we play D&D in person and I'm so sleep deprived that I come over with just like stupid or game breaking ideas. So I have a small little notebook that I keep in my nightstand that if I come up with a sleep deprived D&D idea, I just write it down.
There you go.
Gross.
Yep.
Hmm.
Talking about all the sleep, I'm gonna go get some.
Yeah, me too. I have to wake up in 4 hours.
Yeah.
Take it easy, everybody.
Oh, so-
All right.
yeah. Good night.
Good night.
Night.
Oh, Jeff,
Good night. And good luck.
What?
next Saturday, are you guys free?
We're doing the game night with Tom and Melissa apparently.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's what I was talking about, but like I didn't, there was no response from you guys.
So.
Okay. Yeah, because I also wanted to do that. So,
Okay.
but yeah, I will. We'll get together and just figure out like what time, if I would just come out to your guys' place and we ride together again or not.
We may not have space anymore because I don't have the Lincoln.